Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning, Letha. Good morning, Sarah, Mara, Jennifer, Nicole, Annette, Stephanie.
Morning.
I have to ask again. I'm not seeing Teresa for a while. Is she okay?
I haven't heard from her since.
I saw her at orientation. I think she's struggling emotionally, honestly, with the loss, I do believe, of her ex-husband. I actually saw her after that and talked with her a little bit after that. She's okay. I know she's okay. I think she's emotionally going through some stuff, and I think COVID probably doesn't help. She's also really busy with a couple of her investors. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. And I told her too that everybody had been asking about her too. And I think this is probably right before Christmas that I saw her last. So, but yeah, she's just going through some stuff. So
Yeah, I talked to her a week ago, so she's doing all right. I just haven't seen her on the calls. Told her we missed her. But I love that you guys stay in touch. I love that you care.
I didn't catch who that was.
Teresa.
Yeah, okay. I thought I heard some. Okay, sounds good. And good morning, everybody.
Morning.
All right, it's Tuesday. It's Purple Shirt Tuesday. What are you guys working on today with your awesome selves?
Door knocking.
You going door knocking today, Stormy? Okay, cool. We did a little scripting around that last week. What about you, Letha? I saw you were about to say something.
I got a Binzer going through today and got to get we're in a position to where the client has to do the repairs like now before we can order the appraisal. Otherwise the appraiser is going to want to have to come out twice. So yeah, but they're willing to be compliant with it. You know, there's some like rotting in the fascia and some paint chips, and it's minor stuff. If they did the work themselves, they could do it for under $50. That's not true because there's smoke detectors to buy. They don't have any smoke detectors in there. So maybe 150.
Maybe 150. Yeah, simple stuff.
Yeah.
You should probably, Letha, you should probably order the appraisal anyways, since it's such a minor job. It won't take too long.
Exactly. I'm trying to get them to tell me about when they plan on getting on it because it's out in Kearney. So it's a matter of, it's going to take a while to get the appraiser out there anyway.
Anyone else? Morning, Desiree. Good morning, iPhone.
I'm
Morning.
Good morning. I'm gonna cold call from this list.
You're gonna start calling some people on that list?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of scripts are you gonna use on the a cold call list or a lead list that was provided to you from the past?
I got this one script talking about that, you know, kind of like saying I have some buyers that we're looking for inventory. So I have it written. So I'm gonna practice that and try not to read it too much.
Well, let's give it a practice now.
Oh, I don't know it very well.
Well,
that's what this class is for.
Hi, Nicole. This is Big Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I'm sorry to catch you off guard this morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hey, you know what? Just make a brief phone call. I represent a pool of buyers here at the Market Center, and I've got like 400 buyers we can't find homes for. Who do you know that's been looking to make a move in real estate here in the near future?
Oh, gee. Let me think. I'm not sure if I really know anyone offhand.
Well, I appreciate you taking a moment to think about it. You know, now that we've kind of talked about it, I'm going to ping your RAS, which is you're going to start thinking about some stuff, just like how Amazon picks up on your shopping habits. Your brain's going to pick up on your thought pattern. So as you do your daily walks and talks with neighbors and stuff like that, if someone kind of shows signs of wanting to make a move, would you please give me their contact information so that I can reach out to them and hopefully I can pair them up with one of the buyers that I have and they can take the most advantage of this hot market right now and cash out on their equity.
Sure, I can try.
That'd be fantastic.
Like- Yeah, something like that.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Who else has a cold call script that you can use? Do we not have a lot of buyers that need help? Is 400 an understatement? Probably. There's 400 agents in Keller Williams. I bet every one of us has at least one buyer that needs a house. And for those who don't, there are multiples and others. So you tell someone you got 400 buyers looking, so it changed the premise. That's just having conversations. Anyone else want to give it a shot? You guys are kind of low today. You okay? Usually Purple Shirt Tuesday is exciting for you. I mean, Samantha broke out her tie-dye even. Love it. Robin's all the way in New Hampshire and made sure she did her purple shirt. And Sarah's got a pink hat on. I think it's purple or pink. I don't know. Her cat keeps attacking her. I need you guys to wake up or something. Come on now.
So I have a lady that called me. Well, I called her because like homes.com said that she was interested in one of my houses. Well, so she's pre-qualified for a whopping $85,000.
Okay.
and she's got 5,000 in reserves. And well, there's no $85,000 houses on the market right now. She is very disappointed she couldn't take advantage of my $49,000 house with her FHA loan because of what all it needed and everything, which is why it's $49,000. So, you know, I took her information and put her on a smart plan for the Salmon Well area. She's looking Salmon Well, Mammoth, Winkleman, and she said she'd even be willing to go into the Tucson area. But it's hard to instill hope into somebody who's only qualified for $85,000.
Why?
It's one of those.
You yourself don't believe it.
I mean, I've sold. I mean, it's an FHA, so you're looking for an FHA move-in ready. It doesn't have any chipped paint. The base is in good condition. It has good flooring. You know, it has to be a move-in ready house.
Hold on.
So
Pause. Pause. Who
Okay.
told you you're allowed to be pessimistic?
I'm not. Okay.
It is impossible. And I say the word impossible with a hard impossible aspect. Exclamation point, bold, underline. It is impossible to convey confidence in the process if you yourself don't have confidence in it.
Good one,
I
Dan.
don't care if they're looking for a $30,000 house. You better hope and believe out there that somewhere there's a $30,000 house. You took a $45,000 or a $49,000 house listing,
Right.
right? The house that you sell this person will not be listed.
That's what I told her. I told her because, you know, I explained to her that this house won't qualify for FHA and the owner isn't willing to put the money into it to make it qualify. I said, but I would be happy to. So when I spoke to her with positive attitude and I can do this for you. I told her that I said with my network of agents that we work with, I said, because she was very down and there's just, it's not out there. And I said, you know, I work with agents where I have information before it hits the market. I have coming soons and pocket listings and things like that to where the general public isn't seeing it online, so on and so forth. So I'm really hoping that, you know, I can take your information, we can do a neighborhood watch, so you can kind of see what's going on in the neighborhood. And as soon as I find something, you're the first person I'll call. And she was very excited to get my help, so on and so forth.
Yeah, people want our help out there, so I don't care if they're looking for a unicorn. We're going to help them find it. It gives you purpose. It gives you a reason to go look and search.
That's true.
And you can tell them the process isn't going to be easy. It's not going to fall out of the sky. The good thing is you got a lot of competition.
Right.
How can you confidently say that's a good thing? Because competition drives out people that wouldn't sell otherwise.
Right.
Somebody out there wants to sell their double wide house on a half acre that's 6 miles outside of the nearest town and just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to sell it for $80,000.
And there we are.
And there you are. It's not going to need a whole lot of work because FHA loans, even though FHA loans do have some restrictions, they're not a jail cell of requirements. It's got to have an economic life long enough to satiate the loan. Got to have a good roof, got to have paint, floor, and a kitchen.
Right.
Hey,
Not
Letha,
difficult.
Letha,
Yes.
when I very first started, before I was even a year into real estate, I always used the fourth P. I would say, oh, Keller Williams, as Keller Williams agent, we do a fourth P, because it was like when you're listing someone's home or whatever, right? And you can use it for a buyer too, right? So one of the things you do as a Keller Williams agent is you prospect like sellers. So even though someone's not selling their house, you're willing to go knock on their door and say, hey, I have someone that's willing to buy your home. Are you willing to sell it?
Right.
And literally doing that sometimes, like sometimes it works. And then you don't even have to put it on the MLS. You get a dual agency. There's all kinds of stuff that could happen.
Right. Okay.
So I want to throw something out there. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of what a wholesaling is. Wholesalers, right?
Yeah.
There's these kids out online, YouTube, and adults that are like, you don't need a degree to make money. And all it is people that are willing to take time and call and dial and have that same conversation. Hey, Stormy, this is Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I've got a buyer that's interested in moving in your near. Are you interested in selling your house? At what price point would you sell your house? And these wholesalers are picking up houses under market value and then literally turning around and writing as or a sign on the contract and selling it to an investor who's buying it again under market, but a markup, putting money into it and then putting it on the market again. So that house is effectively selling 3 times. Why the hell can't we be the first ones up there to pick them up? And I can tell you why it's not happening. They're outworking you. Somewhere along the line, you got too pretty, too handsome to get in the trenches and make phone calls to people you don't know and ask them to buy and sell houses with you.
How do you get phone numbers?
Then get there.
How do you
Never
get phone numbers of people you don't know?
Huh?
How do you get phone numbers of people you don't know?
You call the title company and you get circle prospecting lists.
There's
You go
actually
door knocking
lenders.
neighborhoods.
Hey,
There's lenders out there too. If you have an address of someone and you give them the address, they can type it in and sometimes get their phone number. There's ways.
hey, Letha, on the MLS for 89,000 FHA, that's all the requirements I put in. There's 13 homes out there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have
So-
to research that.
The conversations we're gonna keep on today's topic is cold calls, and that's having a reason to call. What's a reason to call?
We need inventory.
We need inventory. I don't want you to think in the terms of inventory. When you call somebody and said, "Hey, I need inventory," what do they think?
Trying to take
Well, yeah, the terminology has to be different, but
But we want to. The way we practice is how we. Right.
We have buyers wanting to buy in your area.
We have buyers. We have sellers that are looking for buyers. We have buyers looking for sellers. Whatever the conversation is, we need to have that tonality in our head. We are looking to matchmake. I was actually singing that song in my office yesterday. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Because it's my lucky song. Every time I hum that song or I have it in my head when I'm making cold calls, I find a lead for a listing. I share that with you. So will you pick up the phone? Hey, this is Dick Nichols of Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I have a buyer in your neighborhood. Who do you know that's showing signs of wanting to sell?
You're a Yenta. I've been waiting for you to call me. Matchmaker.
Ant. But these are all possibilities of helping you lead generate. Spend 2 hours a day, focused energy on lead generation. Do you think you can find some sellers for your buyers that you have? maybe pick up some more buyers. Right? 2 hours a day can change your life. What if you worked out 2 hours a day for 5 days a week? What would that do for you? Right? Teresita's like, I'm going to be big and buff like Dan. I'm going to bench press a horse. But the 2 hours, it's a 2-hour commitment. It's 1/12 of your day. There are 12 other 2-hour gaps that you can have. And if you want to put 4 of those together and sleep in those 2-hour gaps, that's great. That's 8 hours of your day gone. Now you have 16 hours left. 2 hours of that is lead generation. Okay. It's 14 hours left of your day. What are you doing with your lives? Okay, you spend an hour in training every day. That's 13 hours left. You got family meals, 2 hours a day. So, okay. Now you're at 11 hours a day. Okay, there's still a lot of time left. You have enough time. You have the skills. We can do it together. But it's pick up the phone. Cold call scripts. Hi, my name is blank with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I don't mean to take up much of your time. I was hoping you could help me out. I have a ton of buyers, probably 45 that want to live on this side of town, and I have no houses to show them. I'm sure you know this by now that the market is super hot. Do you know anyone in your neighborhood that has been showing signs of wanting to sell?
Did you say super?
Super.
Oh, okay. Just wondered.
Isn't that a simple script?
Yeah.
I was hoping you could help me. I was hoping you could give me some help. Anything like that. If you want to be more proper about it. Hey, Larry, this is Big Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. You probably don't know who I am. I've sold a couple houses in your neighborhood. I was hoping you could help me out.
What's that, Dan?
Almost everybody's going to say that, right? Almost everybody. What can I help with? Well, Larry, I'm glad you said that because I've got about 45 people that are looking to make a move under the north side over by your neighborhood, and I can't seem to find them a single house. And I'm sure you've heard the market's super hot right now. Who do you know that's been showing signs in your neighborhood and wanting to sell?
What do you mean by showing signs?
Well, has anyone had a major garage sale lately? Have you seen people with moving trucks? Do you know?
Right.
These are all signs. Did you guys know that people that have major garage sales are typically probably going to sell their house? They're thinning out, right? God, my neighbor still has an entire driveway full of stuff out front of her house. It's rained no less than 3 times since that she started that thing. And every time I go over there, she's not home. I leave notes. Hey, give me a call. I got a question for you. Your neighbor in the red truck. There's only 3 red trucks in the neighborhood, and one of them is smashed in the front. So I hope she doesn't think that's me. The phone calls are easy. Call your title company or a lender and say, hey, you guys have a circle prospecting list. I'd like to prospect around my neighborhood. Your neighborhood's even easier. Ring, ring, Miss Stephanie.
Good morning.
Hey, Stephanie, this is Big Dan Caldwell at Keller Williams. Did I catch you at a good time?
Yes, always.
Good, good. Well, I don't want to keep much of your time. I was hoping I could get a little bit of help from you.
You live right down the street, don't you?
Yeah, you remembered. We haven't talked in a while, so I've got a couple of buyers that are thinking about moving into the neighborhood. Have you heard of anyone looking to make a move or showing signs that they want to sell lately?
No.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you thinking about it. If you do come across somebody, would you do me a big favor if you feel comfortable with it? Grab their contact information for me and get it to me so that I can hopefully pair them up with one of my buyers and help them take advantage of this hot market and cash out the equity of their home.
Absolutely. Am I the only one out there looking for you? But I will remember you and I'll send it a couple doors down.
Well, I appreciate it, Miss Stephanie. Thank you always for being a great neighbor, and I appreciate your time. How's your little?
My little one, he's doing good.
Awesome. What are you guys doing to stay busy?
Coloring at the moment. How's your little one and your dogs?
He's good. We found those magic coloring books that don't put color on anything but the page you're supposed to, and they're amazing. Big dogs. You're right.
All right. Well, thanks so much. I'll see you out there raking your yard.
All right, Miss Stephanie. You tell your husband I say, hey, I'll talk soon.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Is it no more than just a Ford call with a business up front? I mean, you should have already been having these conversations with your neighbors anyways, right? We've been talking about circle prospecting your neighbors just to become your neighbor expert, your Ford calls. The only difference between a Ford call and a cold calling for business is lining up that question up front. You can do a Ford sandwich. You know, how's your family? Hey, do you know I'm looking for real estate? How are things going at work? You know, who's been showing signs they want to sell? What are you guys doing to stay busy? How are you guys doing in your house? Is it time for a bigger one? And then it goes into dreams. You know, what are your goals for 2021?
I personally think it's easier to talk to a stranger than it is to talk to somebody that I know.
You want to know why?
Why?
Is you put pressure on the conversation. Why would a stranger be easier to talk to than a person you already know?
Because I don't care what they think of me.
Should we care what our friends think of us?
Yes, we care what our friends think about us. And when it comes to a stranger, I'm talking to them and I can be professional and I can put it out there and let them know what I've got to offer. And with a friend, it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like turning on this business thing. It's like, they know I'm a real estate agent. I make sure they know it.
Anyone else had conversations with friends and it just feels awkward? Get it out of your head. You're doing it. We've talked about this in other scripting is who is more likely to care more about your business? Somebody you have no idea who it is, or somebody you have good conversations with and drunken stories or, you know, shenanigan stories with, right? Hey, Mara, it's Big D. What's up? I've been thinking about you guys lately. How's business? How's life? How's the world? How's your husband? How's the dogs? How's things? That's awesome. Anyone in your neighborhood looking to sell a house? I'm dying for some inventory right now.
Wow, you sound kind of desperate, Dan.
Right? No, these are conversations.
I am role playing with you. I mean, that could be something.
Mara, you're absolutely right. I am desperate.
I am desperate.
I am desperate. I have all these people that I've promised to help out and nobody wants to sell their house. It's crazy.
I've heard that.
Right now is the time, right? The market is on fire. If you want to win the lotto, just sell your house. See how that is, Letha? It's just a fun conversation. It doesn't have to be super. Well, thank you, Miss Mara, for giving me a call. I know I've known you for 30 years, but thank you so much for answering my phone call. No, be yourself. I talk to people I don't even know as if I've known them for 40 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not even 40 years old yet. It's because we go back into, if you remember Ignite, where do most people find the real estate agent they use to buy and sell houses?
They know in their mind, there's no more than two. So it's the one that's top of mind.
All right, what were you going to say?
Same thing, someone they know or a referral from a friend.
What's the key word there in that sentence, Sarah? Did you catch that? I know you had something to say earlier.
No, I have lots of say. Referral.
Referral.
I believe that's the word.
Yeah, referral from a what?
Oh yeah, friend.
From a friend. Let's break it down to the basics. So where do most people find their real estate agent?
From friends.
From a friend.
Oh, the phone.
From a friend. Stormy's trying to play the hard guy like, from the phone. Yeah, you're funny, Stormy. I know your entire business model is around being somebody's friend. Play with me, kid. Come on now. I know better. Stormy is everybody's friend. I saw him make friends with a lizard once, and that lizard is cool as shit. Wearing a hat now, backwards. But you got to be people's friends. So if you're having a hard time having a conversation with a friend that you've known already prior to real estate, don't put the pressure on the relationship. Work your Ford calls, have those conversations and build up to it. Become the economist of choice. I get people all the time reaching out to me, hey, do you do anything with rentals? Not really, but I'll help you find something. Because my mind to them is real estate. Maybe it's rental now, maybe it's buying later. But if you're having a hard time talking to the friend about those things, just remember that they're your friend. If they would bail you out of jail, they will help you find real estate leads. If they won't bail you out of jail, then you need to redefine friendship. I'm kidding. Don't go to jail. Don't put that pressure on your friendship. Now, nextly, we're at 5 minutes left. I want to talk about this. If you get a list, like, hey, let's say this is lead generation tip. I'm throwing out some pro tips here. If you call a team, and a bigger team, and they have a bunch of old leads, and you say, listen, give me some of your old leads. I will call on them. If I get any business out of them, I will refer it back to you, or we'll split it 50-50, whatever you want. Get some people to call, right? If you get a list of people, just a dead list, 200 names on a list, how would you handle that?
I wouldn't go home until I was finished.
Right? But how are you gonna make those phone calls?
Like we just did right now, cold call.
There's no difference between media. However you get the lead, you follow up the same way. It's the same as, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, seller, whatever the list is. Hey, Mr. Jones, my name is Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. I got your name and number from Tracy Jones that she had talked to you in the past about some real estate needs. Right now, the market's stupid hot, and I've got a ton of buyers we can't find houses for. Do you know somebody who's looking to buy or sell that we may be able to pair together and make a win-win situation happen? It's very simple. Name, introduction, why you're calling, get right to it. People want to know why you're calling. How'd you get my number, right? How many people do you get that when you call them out of the blue? How'd you get my number? We tell them I got your number from blank person. They probably remember that name somewhere. Trust me, if you take a team's leads and you bang on them, you're going to find some gold, because they stop digging because they have another gold dump coming, another gold dump coming, another gold dump coming. So you start digging up through the trash, you're going to find some morsels, and soon enough morsels you can feed on. But the cold call is the same. Hey, my name is at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. This is why I'm calling. I have a ton of buyers right now that I cannot find homes for. I'm sure you've heard the market is super hot right now. Who do you know that's been showing signs of wanting to sell?
Where do we get the list of teams to dig in their trash?
Friends.
Make friends.
Make friends. Go to the Keller Williams Facebook page. Start talking to people.
There's a way you can find them in my KW too.
Yeah, the white page.
I was also thinking you could just cold call them too.
When I first came to KW, I had stepped away from my team. I had gotten off a team. I was new to the market center, didn't know anybody, and I wanted to start doing some open houses. So what did I do? I went and knocked on doors. Hey, my name is Big Dan. I'm new here in the market center. I was wondering if you guys had any open houses this weekend.
The people that have their office, their team office there in the building?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made friends with people around me first, and then I made friends with the other offices, and I made friends on Facebook. I made friends in the community. And then soon enough, they're like, hey, you talk a lot, and would you like to be our productivity coach? I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that. I came at it like I was brand new, not that I had years of experience, because no matter what you do, sometimes you got to start over. We're never too pretty or too handsome to get in the trenches and start working again. So the cold call script, very simple. Hi, my name is with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. If you got their name from a list, I got your name from blank. Or I live in your neighborhood. I live in your community. You probably don't know who I am. I've sold some houses in your neighborhood. I have a ton of buyers that I can't find houses for right now. And I'm sure that you know this, the market is super hot right now. And I'm having a hard time finding sellers that are motivated to sell so I can pair them with my buyers. Who do you know in your neighborhood that's been showing signs of wanting to sell? Hopefully I can pair the two of them together and make a win-win situation happen.
And thought, just food for thought too, make sure you cross-reference the phone numbers with the do not call list before you go calling them, just all of them.
But technically, if they gave us our information as a lead, then
Right.
that's not cold calling. So
Yeah, but that's only for so many days though, I do believe, right? I mean,
You have 3 months from the initial submission with no contact and 18 months prior, or 18 months within 18 months after a formalized business arrangement, meaning a buy, sell, or an agreement. But if they put a
Yeah.
lead in, you got 3 months, 90 days.
if they're giving you leads, you don't necessarily know how old the lead is, though.
No, that's why Sarah's absolutely right. You always check.
How do you check?
There's a do not call registry list. I think we actually have one of the lists on in our group thing for you guys. I'll check. I know Teresa was trying to help me find one. She just paid for it because she does a lot of cold calling. But you know how you can get a lot of contact without the high risk of lawsuit?
How?
Through your friends. Yeah, Sarah saw that coming. She did. She's learning my style. Make more friends. Everybody needs to know who you are, and everybody needs to know you're in real estate, so that when you call them up and say, hey, how's life? How's the kids? How's everything? You genuinely give a damn. And then you ask them for business. They genuinely want to help. We all have that one friend that calls you out of the blue. Maybe it's your sister. Her name's Jody. I mean, maybe it's your sister or your brother. And they just call you out of the blue when they need something. You're like, yeah. Merry Christmas to you too. Haven't talked to you in 6 months. Yeah, you can borrow my pressure washer. Don't be those people. Invest in the relationship so you can withdraw something in the end. You help them help their friends, their family, their coworkers. They help you build your business, your brand, your wealth. I call that a win-win. You give them world-class service, you make a paycheck. Guess what, people? That's what they call a job. Our businesses are running. We have to be the job workers sometimes. So, cold calling is not scary. Just take some habits. And that's 2 hours a day to generate leads. 2 hours. I'm asking 2 hours a day, 1/12 of your day. Small investment for huge return. I know what you guys can do in 2 hours on Netflix. Why can't you do that 2 hours on a cell phone? Yeah, some of y'all got that. Shame on you. All right, tomorrow is What's Your Number Wednesday. If you're excited for this round robin game of chance, oh yeah, I made it a thing. It's What's Your Number Wednesday. You guys liked how that worked last week, so we're going to do it again.
I wasn't here last week. What was it?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
I'll see you guys in the morning. Happy Purple Shirt Tuesday. Thank you all for the smiles, the awesomeness, the head nods, the driving, the thumbs up, and the blank screens. I do appreciate you guys as well. Go out there, do something great with your day. Drink some coffee, drink some OJ. Get out there and win the day. High fives.